Hi, my name is Eugenia and I'm a math tutor. Today we're going to talk about why multiplication is important when finding the least common denominator. You may recall that for many problems in math, we need to find the least common denominator for two fractions. For example, maybe we are adding 3/4 and 5/6. To add these two together, we would need to find a common denominator, such as 24. But our problem will be even easier if we find a smaller common denominator. That's why we usually look for the least common denominator. There's two methods for finding it, and they actually both use multiplication. Let's look at the first method. In the first method, we write out the multiples of the denominators in our problem. This, of course, requires multiplying. Our first denominator, 4, has multiples of 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and 24, and of course so on. Our second denominator, 6, has multiples of 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, that's just to list the first few. Now we go through and see which numbers are in both lists. Here we have 12 and also 24. Since the 12 and 24 are in both lists, they're both common denominators, but the 12 is smaller, so it's the least common denominator. As you can see, this first method primarily uses multiplication to find the least common denominator. The second method uses prime numbers. Let's take a look at that one. This time we'll start by finding the prime factorization for both numbers. 4 has the prime factors of 2 times 2, and 6 has the prime factors of 2 times 3. Now we count how many times each factor is present in each factorization and figure out which one is the largest count. For the number 4, we have 2 written twice. For 6, we have 2 once and 3 once. So now we pick the biggest count. Between the 2's, of course, it's twice, so we have this one, and for the 3's, it's once. Our very last step is to multiply what we've circled together. We have 2 twice, so we have 2 times 2, and 3 once, times 3. And if we multiply that all together, we get 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12. And that's how, again, we get our least common denominator with both methods. As you can see, in this second method, we use multiplication here to figure out our primes, and also in the last step of finding the least common denominator. No matter which method you use, or how many fractions you're finding the least common denominator for, multiplication is always going to be a large part of it. My name is Eugenia, and thanks for watching!